going on, everybody? Welcome back, guys. Justin here. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. As always, you can support this video, support me and what I do on this channel by liking and commenting down below. Yeah, commenting and liking helps the algorithm, but more importantly, I get to talk to you guys. I love talking to you guys. I respond to all of my comments on here, on YouTube, as well as my Instagram. Instagram also is a good place to get a hold of me, to send me video ideas, requests for reviews. If you have stories that you'd like me to cover on the channel, hit me up on Instagram in the DMs. I'll hit you back, or if you just want to say hello. But anyway, today we're here to talk about Exorcist. I'm rocking this badass Exorcist shirt from Studio House Designs today. A lot of you guys asked me where my t-shirts come from. I need to start writing that in the description. But today, guys, we're here to talk about Exorcist, and we finally got an update. I did a video, God, what feels like close to a year ago, when I first started the channel, actually, about the Exorcist remake that was coming out. Although there was very little information that we knew about it at all. We knew it was happening, and then it was rumored to be coming from Blumhouse, but we really didn't have a lot of information, and now we do. Jason Blum did an interview with Den of Geek, and he dropped some knowledge, dropped a little information about him and David Gordon Green cooking up a remake of Exorcist. Now, there's a couple things that kind of, I don't know if they settled with me in a bad way, but they kind of just made my ears perk up, and I don't know. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Let's dive into the article, and then we'll talk about a couple things that could have me concerned, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to get all excited like the internet does when something like this happens. We haven't seen the movie. We don't know anything about it, but I have a couple questions. We'll call them questions. We're not going to call them concerns yet. We're going to call them questions, okay? Let's get to this article from Den of Geek and see what Jason Blum has to say about the Exorcist remake. The title of the article starts off with, "The Exorcist will be like 2018's Halloween reboot." After revitalizing the Halloween franchise, Jason Blum and director David Gordon Green are making an Exorcist sequel they hope will surprise all of the skeptics. Let's hope so. The pair's last attempt to re-energize and sequelize a storied horror title, 2018's Halloween, was both a box office and well-deserved critical success. It ignored decades of inferior sequels, retcons, and reboots, and focused on picking up the story 40 years later. Blum and Green face a similar situation with The Exorcist. Although he didn't say directly that Green's film will disregard the 4 sequels and the TV series that came in the original Exorcist wake, Blum hints that it will be far removed from those entries, since it's going to be like David's Halloween sequel. Blum says, I think it's going to pleasantly surprise all the skeptics out there. We had a lot of skeptics about Halloween, and David turned them around, and I think he's going to turn it around with The Exorcist. Now, this is one of those hot takes right here that I was talking about. Blum also maintains that he doesn't find the prospect of creating a new sequel to what is widely considered the greatest horror movie of all time to be daunting. Okay, we're going to talk about that. I love these kinds of movies because people are very emotional about it, he says. I think it's a high bar and it's a challenge to do the movie. Remember, most of the audience coming to this, 95% of the audience who will, if we do our job right, come to see this movie will have not seen the first Exorcist or have even heard of it. Blum doesn't say where he got that statistic from, although we suspect he has market research folks who do exactly that kind of heavy lifting, but he does insist that the number is shocking but true. He continues, I want to make a movie that works for both audiences. I want to make a movie for people that know and love the first Exorcist and are furious that we're doing this, but somehow drag themselves to the theater. I want them to come out happy, and I want them to make a movie that people who have never heard of The Exorcist really enjoy. I think David did that with Halloween. I think he'll do that with The Exorcist also. Now, one thing that stuck out to me that bothered me a little bit, which seems to be kind of something that surrounds Jason Blum, is he gets a little cocky with these properties, in my personal opinion. If you're a studio and you are basically given, I should say, given the privilege to handle these legendary, massively legendary properties, it should be daunting for you. You shouldn't walk in to a project like remaking The Exorcist and not feel a little bit of, reservation. Maybe you don't feel daunted, but to me that came across as a little arrogant, okay? You're handling The Exorcist, one of the most famous and most renowned horror movies in the history of cinema, and you're not at all daunted. I just, that struck a chord with me. Now, the next thing he did was the thing about the 95% of people going to see the movie that have never even heard of Exorcist. Now, that might be, like the article said, due to the just immense amount of market research that he did for Halloween and all of his movies and his remake. I can't imagine the amount of test screenings and research that went into Halloween. And they ask all those questions. Have you seen the original Halloween? What other movies have you seen? Da 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 da. By marketing in a movie in such a broad way like that, that doesn't really shove the original movies or acknowledge the original movies in the promotional materials or the trailer, is intended to make the movie appeal to a much wider audience, especially younger audiences who may not even know what the fuck Halloween was or The Exorcist was. And that's his intention. I guess that's his job as a producer, as a studio head, to make your movie appeal to the widest audience possible. We'll see. It's impossible to even know what this movie is going to be about. As far as the Halloween 2018 movie, I thought it was okay. It didn't really blow me away. I thought the trailer for Halloween Kills looks like a much better movie. It looks much more entertaining. Hopefully they fix some tonal issues. But one thing I don't want in my Exorcist remake is a peanut butter on my penis joke in the middle of an Exorcist movie. So I'm just concerned about tone. This whole remake thing, especially what Jason Blum is doing with Blumhouse, is really reminding me of the Platinum Dunes era of Michael Bay's production company, when we were getting the reboots of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all those reboots that were coming out, Nightmare on Elm Street. Those were done by Platinum Dunes, which was Michael Bay's production company, and they managed to really crank out some amazing gritty remakes. The 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre is my personal favorite in the entire franchise. So I need to start live streaming and do this in long form so we can just get together and get a live chat going and just talk about movies. I need to do a live stream. But I'm excited. Like I said in my original video about The Exorcist, I am not opposed to remakes. I don't hold all of these things as precious as some people do. I think with some updated special effects, just overall the advances in filmmaking that we have, we could get a good Exorcist remake. I don't know if I want to see David Gordon Green do it. A different director. I'd like to see maybe Joe Begos or even Ari Aster or Robert Eggers, somebody who has a really artistic, creepy style. So anyway, I wanted this video to be like a minute 45. God damn it. I will never have any sense of brevity in my videos. Anyway, guys, thank you so much as always for stopping by and watching my videos. Watch my other videos. If you've watched a few of my videos and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, all right? Hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you a damn thing. Guys, I think we're done here. I'll see you next time, guys. Stay weird, always be yourself, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies. I love watching them, and I love making them.